Hi, this is Chris from Guitarist Magazine.
And I'm Lee from Andertons.
And we're here with Chris, good name Chris, from ESP, who's going to show us around their new products for 2015 at Namm.
And if your name is Chris, you are that much cooler too.
That's true. Right.
All right, let me break some of this stuff out. As we know, not only is 2015 Namm, this is really our 40th anniversary. And you can kind of take a look around with this custom stuff. We decided to let our chief luthiers in Japan do whatever the hell they wanted. Just let them go for it. Just do it. So, but for the public, for the rest of the stuff, we decided to put out a 40th anniversary series LTD and a 40th anniversary commemorative Eclipse. Now, these are limited to 300 to 200 pieces. Those limited to about 20. But if you can afford it, come get it. It's awesome.
Oh, that's pretty, isn't it?
It is cool. Pretty. Yeah.
So this
feels great.
This is going to be the sort of the Eclipse LTD model. What are the kind of the basic new features, or not new features, but what are the components on this?
Yeah, mahogany body. Mm-hmm. You got a quilt maple top, but you have these EMG 5766s, which I'm a fan of them.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of the 8185 kind of things. There's so much compression, so much output. Not a lot of clean tone.
Yeah.
These are different. They're kind of like old PAFs, kind of souped out.
But still active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still active, but not as brutal.
Yeah.
Not quite as mellow as the EMG X's are, but still a cool attitude. They have a great
like the headset sort of vibe.
Lower output than the headset.
Lower output than the headset.
The headset's way high output. Okay. This is a lot lower.
And we've got locking machines.
Yep.
Tone Pros bridge.
Yep.
Nice guitar. And what's it, an ebony fretboard?
Yep.
Yep, that's
sure
pretty. And then there's an MH version in a 6-string as well.
That's right.
And all the same basic.
Everything is exactly the same.
Yeah.
What I always like about these things is how kind of road-proof they look. You know, everything's locked down, isn't it? You know.
I can say this, and people can say whatever they want. But you want to talk about road-proof? When you have the guitar player from Slayer and Exodus, he did something small called Create Thrash Metal, and he can tour the world with an LTD EC1000, and he can record a Slayer record with an LTD EC1000. He preferred that over some of the much more expensive pieces. He's like, no, man, this thing is awesome. I like this. That's what he played until we made his model for him.
That's cool.
He loved it. He swore by it. He actually needed 8 of them, so we got him 8 of them, for the tours.
Can I take this down?
Of course.
I don't even know. Oh, he says.
Oops.
Got it.
Just thought, I don't think this is likely to, as Chris was saying, if only 20 of these are made, I have no idea if any will come to the UK, but there you go.
They should.
I like the binding, natural binding.
Natural binding. It's a 1/2-inch flame maple top. The back is, obviously set through mahogany, but let me just tell you, and it's also a multi-ply neck with graphite rods and reinforcements in it.
It's not going anywhere.
Nope, it's not going anywhere.
Oh, look at that.
Well put back.
I did it well, didn't I?
Because that could have been embarrassing for the first video of the day.
And being that I'm vertically challenged, I'm glad you did that and not me.
So what's next?
Let's come over here. I'm going to brag about the signature models. As you guys know, one thing I like to always say is that nobody has a better artist roster than ESP. And I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm proud to be the boss of that. And it's nice to be able to have relationships the way that we have because we are artist-driven. We are consumer-centric driven and artist-driven. That's all that matters at the end of the day. We're a small company that just happens to have big attitudes. So what we decided to do with Gus is we gave the Gus G guitars a facelift. We gave an Andy James a 7-string, but like the Gus G stuff, we always like the stuff in the past was a little bit too Gus, not enough everybody. So we wanted to make it a little bit more appealing for everybody to go on stage, play it whoever they want, and not feel like a poser.
That's all right. You can say words like that.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm so used to the politically correctness.
No,
of the US.
it's fine.
There we go.
Maybe not.
You really got into that, didn't you? It is the third day of Namm.
And this is the 200 series. So we have an affordability as well. So we have ESP and LTDs.
What else is new on the artist wall?
One of my best friends in the world is Will Adler. And we decided to bring out a 200 series with Will. And Love the guy. He's awesome. But check that out, man. This is a 200 series. Will Leather 206. And it just looks awesome.
It's really cool.
And it's obtainable. Here's his $10,000 version. And here's his, $500 version, so to speak. And then we also brought back, by popular demand, the white camo. Because everyone's like, man, I want Willie's white camo. Okay, we brought it back. Here you go. And we also, by popular demand, the whole 300 series of guitars, people have asked, please bring back the 200 series. We don't want the 300 series anymore. So we listened. So we made all the Stephans. Everybody comes in 200 series now instead of the 300.
That's some guitar for the price as well, isn't it? That
Dude,
Steph Carpenter
amazing.
200 series.
Just look. I mean, I challenge anybody out there to pick any of these up and put it up against, our competition. It's great. I know you guys will do it on your show because I've watched it many times. But so when you guys do it, you'll be like, Chris, you were right. And not just you, Chris, like this me, Chris.
Yeah.
But
that's the kind of headstock that when we were kids in the playground, the teachers used to warn you to be careful just in case it takes an eye out.
That's
I
right.
remember everything we did had some sort of take an eye out kind of danger, didn't it?
That was like the ultimate, wasn't it?
the
That was the
ultimate.
top level danger.
Yeah,
It
don't
was
play
like-
with that.
Yeah.
Take someone's eye out. Anyway,
So what would be ESP without having that weird guy who kind of created thrash metal? When Kirk Hammett leaves your band, The Joy Metallica, and you've already established yourself, and you're the guy that told Slayer, quit wearing makeup and quit wearing funny pants, it was Gary Holt. And he's found a home here where he's a phenomenal human being, phenomenal time. You can't see his red guitar right here because he's about to use it. So he's tuning up with it right now, and because his guitar got messed up at the Metal Legion show the other night. So he's trying this. We have it in.
Sometimes crazy stuff like that happens at metal shows, man.
Right. So the Gary Holt $9,000 version. This one here, MSRP of $1,400 is the LTD. Basically, it's based on an EC1000 FR. But we modified it, made the heel joints much more sleek, made it more shred. EMG 8185, but the red, to really kind of accommodate the look. But these things are brutal. Brutal. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Gary Holt can go out on the road playing an LTD and use an LTD on a Slayer record, if you think you're above that, take it up with him. Because he'll make you look about stupid. In my opinion, the greatest 8-string player in the business, Javier Reyes, from Animals as Leaders. This is his 600 version and his 200 version. But look at this thing. Neck-through design with mahogany, maple, and Paduke.
Wow.
And Javier actually plays all 8 of the strings. I'm a 6-string player because I still like bass players, but I shouldn't because they're annoying. But no.
what's the bridge on this?
This is a Schaller custom bridge that we made for us.
I'm trying to even see what it's got all kinds of weird.
Yep.
It's a very cool looking piece of machinery.
What is it, like a locking, is it some sort of locking bridge as
No,
well
it's
as?
just all, it's like a mix of graphite, different types of brass. It's built with sustanium, as we jokingly say.
I mean, that says, you just look at the craftsmanship that goes into the sort of just the bridge on something like this.
Yeah, because I've heard about those bridges that are a compound of sustanium and
Yep.
tonium.
Oh, yes. Yes. And talentanium.
And these are like
That's the,
really the
that's the one I
electronics.
need
Yeah.
the most.
Sorry, that's funny. So the wiring on this is insane as it is. So when you pull it sends the whole thing into a different world. So this is bridge neck, middle, but also sends these out of phase. Puts the first one in, the back one out. It's all craziness that we decided to go through one at a time, and it's awesome. And they're custom to Marzios, and I honestly believe this is the best sounding 8-string I've ever heard.
Cool.
It's actually, I mean, I don't know what that's going to convert into UK money with, but I was thinking that was going to have a much bigger price tag than it does. I'm guessing that's going to be somewhere around about a 1,200, 1,300, 1,500 in the UK, is it? Yeah.
It's the $1,500 US dollar map.
Oh wow! So it might be even less. I mean, again,
Yeah.
that's a lot of guitar for that kind of money, isn't it?
But it's
a
also
lot
the
of
most
strings for the money.
expensive LTD we've ever made.
It's the most expensive LTD
Yep.
we've ever made.
Okay.
looks great. Looks really
I
great.
love it. And then he uses the 200s as his warm-up guitars before the shows.
What I really like about that is it doesn't look, some extended range guitars look like someone's just kind of quite lazily taken the blueprint of an ordinary guitar, thrown a few extra strings on, made it, but whereas that looks like it's been built from the ground up with
everything
fit
about
for
the
purpose,
cars, for people that play the guitar high.
Yeah,
So the
exactly.
guitar's played high, the curves of the guitar are flat to fit your arm.
Wow.
So we spent a lot of time on that. A lot of time. And just like a regular extended range stuff like right here, I decided that too many people have asked and nobody's answered. So we decided to come out with the Baritone Range. So we have
Very cool.
everything is in 27-inch, 6, 7, and 8 string guitars. And then we're going to have the V. This is going to be a rotating thing. So one year it's going to be a V, next year it's going to be a Viper, one year it's going to be a TE, next, you know what I mean? So
I think that's an extended range guitar that we're listening to right now, isn't it? Yeah.
the timing couldn't be better. So here we have the custom shop stuff. It's obviously the 40th anniversary, and this entire room is filled with one-off, handmade, top-end luthier products. And when people say, hey, what's your custom shop like? Look it up, because ours is better than yours.
That is amazing.
I know.
It looks incredible.
It's just unbelievable finishing on these kind of things, isn't it? So, well, look, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for showing us
you,
around.
guys.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Your
Chris.
40th
Always.
anniversary
Great being-
is awesome.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be a part of you guys and Andertons and everything over the UK. Thank you so much for everything.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers,
Right,
man.
take it easy.
Take care.
All right.